Hey boys and girls, as part of our Valentine's Day celebration, I'm going to be reading you one of my favorite books. This book is called Junie B. Jones and the Mushy Gushy Valentines. Now, I read Junie B. Jones when I was in about 2nd or 3rd grade, and this is actually the book that I had in 2nd and 3rd grade, so this book is older than you, but it is one of my favorite books ever. And I am going to be reading it to you a chapter a day until we get to Valentine's Day. So, I'm going to start with chapter 1. Chapter 1, Party Ideas. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I go to school in room 9. Room 9 is where they have afternoon kindergarten. They also have morning kindergarten, only I am not familiar with that arrangement. Today at school, my teacher had an announcement to make. Announcement is the school word for listen to me and I mean it. My teacher's name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Mrs. told us that we are going to have a special day in room 9, and it is called Valentine's Day. She said that Valentines are special cards about friendship, and all of us in room 9 are going to give them to each other. My bestest friend Lucille squealed real happy. "Ooh, I love getting cards, teacher," she said. "I especially love getting the kind with money in them. Money is my favorite kind of mail." "Me too, Lucille," I said. "Money is my favorite kind of mail too. Plus, also, I enjoy the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes." Mrs. did a chuckle. "Well, I'm sorry, girls, but I'm afraid there won't be any money in our Valentines," she said. "In room 9, we will just be sending happy wishes to each other, but it will still be lots of fun." She smiled. "We will be making a special Valentine's box to hold all of the cards, and on the day of our party, I will personally deliver the cards to each one of you," she explained. Just then, I jumped right out of my chair, because nobody even mentioned a party before. "Hooray!" I yelled. "Hooray for parties! Can we have cake and donuts, Mrs.? And what about cheese popcorn and cotton candy and pretzels and candy apples?" I thought some more. "Plus, also, we'll need red licorice and peanut butter cups, probably. And chocolate-covered raisins. Oh, yeah, and malted milk balls. And gummy bears!" I looked over at her. "Maybe you should be writing this down," I said. Mrs. shook her head no. She said we would have cupcakes, punch, and candy hearts. I sat back down very disappointed, because not that much thought went into this menu, that's why. Lucille stood up. "What kind of punch, teacher?" she said. "Will it have fresh raspberries and strawberries floating in it? My Nana's caterer always puts fresh raspberries and strawberries in our punch, and it is delicious." After that, Lucille twirled in her fluffy dress. "And what about dancing? I'm learning ballroom dancing at my expensive dancing school, and so I would be happy to teach the children who are cheaper than me." Mrs. stared at Lucille a real long time. "How very generous of you," she said finally. "But I don't think we'll be having ballroom dancing, Lucille." Jamal Hall waved his hand high in the air. "Then what about a puppet show?" he said. "If we can't have dancing, can we have a puppet show?" "Yes," a girl named Lenny said. "Or else maybe we can hire a magician." "Or what about a wild animal act?" said a boy named Roger. "Like a grizzly bear or a sea lion." Just then, a boy named Polly Allen Puffer ran right in front of the room, and he jumped up and down all over the place. "No, wait, I've got it," he shouted real excited. "We could get some of those jugglers who juggle chainsaws." After that, room 9 clapped and whistled and hooted and hollered, because who doesn't love chainsaw jugglers? That's what I would like to know. After we finished clapping, we looked at Mrs. Her head was on her desk, and her eyes were staring out the door. Then all of the children in room 9 got very quiet, because Mrs. was scaring us a little bit. Plus, also, we were out of party ideas. And that is the end of chapter 2. So be sure to come back for the rest of the week to hear all about the Mushy Gushy Valentine and Junie B. Jones.